insofar as these three are concerned?
My Lord, I received the briefings that they had not yet been found. That was the brief that I had received, because there was no new brief that I had gotten from the legal. But if there has been, from here, I will go and confirm from our police stations if any has been made a report, my Lord.
So if that be the case, it is your confirmation that you have not complied with the habeas corpus order to produce them.
My Lord, we did not have them in our custody, my Lord.
But listen, don't answer the question, answer my question. There was an order directed at you to produce these three. So have you complied with the order? You can say yes or no, and if you say no, then you explain why you're not. You, please, get out of that place. My Lord, this gentleman, the short gentleman, is giving the tall gentleman answers.
My Lord, I was standing next to him, and nothing of that sort is happening.
You know, they have taken us through a charade. We will not be fighting with this nonsense. My Lord, I request that these people move away from the witness. Miller can remain, but these individuals can move away from the witness.
Yes, I do. Sure. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll be brief. I want to ask the last question. Mr. Masengeli, look at the court, listen to my question and give the answer. There was an order directed at you to produce these three in court. You are aware of that order?
I'm aware, my Lord.
Have you produced these three in court?
I have not, my Lord, because...
It's okay. You have not produced them in court.
Yes, my Lord.
Why?
I don't have them, my Lord. And they are not within the police cells, my Lord.
That's a sufficient answer. Thank you so much, Mr. Gilbert. That's all for me.
Sawa.
Kabisa, ngoja kidogo.
Zero interest.
Kuuliza maswali.
I have very few questions as usual, my Lord. Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my Lord.
I have very few questions for you. When you took office, did you say to protect the rule of law?
Yes, my Lord.
Do you think you're above the law?
No, my Lord.
Do you think your conduct allows you to continue holding public office?
Yes, my Lord.
The conduct of not obeying the rule of law allows you to hold office.
Here I am, my Lord. I have obeyed.
Benefit from you. Silence.
My Lord, I have two questions. Witness. Your name is Emmanuel Jose. Yes. Mr. Masengeli.
Yes, my Lord.
Do you find it difficult that the day you chose to come to court today is the same day that the three petitioners have been found? Do you find it disturbing as an acting inspector general, a former acting inspector general, and currently a deputy inspector general?
My Lord, that is subject to investigation. As police officers, we will have to go further and investigate. Also have
My question was very rhetorical. Do you look at the coincidence between the day you've chosen? I'm saying you've chosen because we have had 8 instances before here, which you chose not to come. Do you find it disturbing that the day you chose to come to court, it's the same day the 3 petitioners were found early in the morning. Do you find it?
My Lord, I don't find it disturbing because to me, up to now, I'm not aware whether they've been found.
Okay, you've answered my question. My second question, Mr. Masengeli. You have apologized to the court for not honoring those 7 sermons. Is that an admission of guilt from your part?
My Lord, that's not an admission of guilt, but I explained myself, my Lord.
Why did you apologize? If, truthfully, your affidavit, the one you have supplied to the court, if whatever you have sworn and presented to the court is true, why are you apologizing for doing the right thing?
Because, my Lord, I was supposed to be here in person.
You're supposed to be here in person.
And here I am, my Lord.
Your apologies to you being here in person, not to your conduct of disobedience. It's a straightforward.
My apology is to pray that the Lord of this court accepts the apology that I had just made, vacate the conviction and the sentence. So I prayed to my Lord
to say that you've confirmed to this court that you are guilty and the court convicted you because of that apology and the sentence?
No, my Lord.
Lastly, my last question is on the orders. From the time this petition was filed by the Law Society of Kenya, at what point did you see the first order of this court? Or come across the first order summoning you?
My Lord,
My Lord, when I'm going to tell you, we are against this, we are allegedly using courtly language in the research account. But look, they're all combined there. Can the witness answer?
But what was the, unless we agree that they are adopting their fidelity?
That's correct, man.
Listen, if we agree that they are adopting their fidelity, unless they are showing the witness,
That's correct, my lord.
let's only allow Mr. Miller to do it, not any other
No,
person.
my Lord, you're opening a big door for them. Huh? Just
No.
be firm.
No,
Let the
no.
advocate be there.
the 90
My lord, that's your right. 29th of August.
Okay, let me, so where is the controversy?
29th of August.
No, where is the
There are
controversy?
5 people asking him to
Where are the court
So
orders?
they let my lord.
Can you get those people out of that?
Just get them out. Why are we negotiating?
Yeah, get them out. Leave Mr. Miller only. Those are the directions of the court.
My Lord, I appear with Steve Ogola.
Or Mr. Steve Ogola can do it.
Yes. And I also appear with Juma.
Anyone else, please step away from the witness. Let's have some order. Let's have some order.
is a legal officer.
Could you move a bit? Could you move a bit from where the Inspector General is? Kindly. I don't want any scenes here. We only have Mr. Ogola and Mr. Miller next to the witness. Kindly.
Is my legal officer.
The man in black. Would you please step aside? No? Move a bit. Move a bit.
My Lord, that's a legal officer.
Yeah.
And you've been getting on the
Mr. Miller. Kindly, let's have you and Mr. Ogola.
The protection is not good.
Yes, that's okay. Yes, let the officer stand there next to the ID. Let the officer stand there. Yes, the officer, you can stand there so that you can shoot the ID. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Ogola and Mr. Miller, you are free now to direct your client to whatever portion of the affidavit you want to define.
To answer the question, my Lord, it was on 29th of August 2024, my Lord.
29th of August.
Was held when these directions were being given so that
So you say it was on 29th of August.
Yes, my lord.
That was the first time you knew that there was an order summoning you to court.
Yes, my lord.
Were you aware of the second order? It's a yes or no?
My lord, I've put it in my affidavit.
That is why I'm asking you that question. Were you aware of the second order? You can say yes or no. This is a question.
Yes, my lord.
You're aware of the third order?
Yes, my lord.
You're aware of the fourth order? So yes or no?
Yes, my lord.
You're aware of the fifth order?
My lord, I think you need to clarify them in terms of dates.
They know the orders. They listed them in their affidavit. I'm saving them time. So that
My lord, it is not too sure of the dates of the orders. Let him just abandon that line of
You said
questioning.
my lord, the witness has already answered. I don't think Madam Senior is doing the right thing by countermanding the answer from the client. You had the benefit of having all the 8 orders on your desk. Will I be right if I say that, Mr. Masengeli?
No, my lord.
So if you didn't have the benefit, how did you find yourself in court today?
Because, my lord, I got the conviction and the last orders that I appear in person, my lord.
So are you trying to tell the court that you are only aware of the first order and the conviction and sentence? Is that your position?
No, my lord.
I know that's all for now.
Annette, how many minutes remaining?
About 7 minutes.
My lord,
Already 30 minutes.
Okay, you have 3 minutes.
Also, we don't need to remember everything because knows that. Everyone doesn't need to prove a point.
My court assistant tells me that that confusion has only spent 3 minutes. So you have 3 minutes.
It's fine. Very well. Proceed. Looking at your affidavit.
Your name, Councillor?
My name is Abubakar. Mr. Masengeli, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my lord.
You didn't mention the areas you were during when the orders were issued, but you mentioned you were in Lamu County. Which other county?
Northeastern, my lord.
Northeastern region.
And Eastern, my lord.
Northeastern.
Northeastern, Eastern, and the Coast Province on Coast Region, my lord. Those 3 regions.
Very well. From the evidence, where do we see that you were indeed there?
I filed in my affidavit, my lord, and there are signals attached on the same, my lord.
The directors to one, that where you belong.
I said on oath.
Please, directors, please. In the affidavit. Mr. Masengeli in Lamu. Mr. Masengeli in Northeastern. In the affidavit, please.
It's 24.
Yeah, so we even need to accept them. But I no.
21.
Yeah. Remember, from page 23, yeah, GM2, 23, 24.
My lord, in my affidavit, my lord,
Yes.
on number 23,
Paragraph 23.
paragraph 23, my lord, and paragraph 24, my lord.
Yes. Yes, I've read the.
And 27.
Yeah,
And paragraph 27, my lord.
my question is, substantiate that. Cogent evidence that I'm in Lamu.
Ask him to
How did you
peruse
get there? Did you fly? Was there a
Ask him to
ticket?
peruse the extras.
My lord, you may peruse the extra.
Sorry, how did you get?
Let him peruse the
How did you get to Lamu? Mr. Masengeli, how did you get to Lamu? Mr. Masengeli?
My lord,
Just a minute.
My lord, just today that since the affidavit has annexures and the witness has already pointed out the paragraphs that have the annexures, annexing the signals that counsel is asking, wouldn't that be sufficient?
Not just another 1 minute.
Okay.
Mr. Masengeli, how did you get to Lamu before?
My lord, I think also we need to also be very careful about this line of questioning. This is a very senior state officer. The issues of my lord.
Let's have some order, please.
my lord,
Let me say this. You see, this is cross-examination. When the witness says that he has answered, if you are not satisfied with the answer, you can only now, if he is not able to go beyond what you are probing, then you can only make submissions on that at a later point. But you cannot keep on asking him to substantiate. You will not know.
How did you get to Lamu?
my lord, I used police chopper.
Wow. Why didn't you use the same chopper the 5 times you were summoned to court? 30 minutes, right?
My lord, there are 4 mentions, not 8.
Sorry? 4 mentions. Okay, why didn't you use the chopper the first mention? The second mention? The third mention? The fourth?
My lord,
You admit to
On
breaking the
this-
court orders despite the chopper, right?
I cannot disobey court orders, my lord. Court orders are there to be obeyed and enforced, my lord.
On these 4 mentions that you say, though you believe there are more, you sent someone, correct?
Yes, my lord.
You sent the director legal, you sent the deputy IG. Under Section 8, you have the power to delegate, correct?
Not only powers to delegate, my
Is that
lord.
yes or no, correct?
Yes, my lord.
Why didn't you delegate to Lamu? Why didn't you delegate to the Northeastern?
My lord, I am the head of that unit that was engaged
Why? The question
in
is why?
security operations, my lord, calls for my being there guidance because I know I have the commanders across the country, my lord. And with what it happened there, I hate
But you
to
agree you
be...
can't be everywhere all the time.
It's a fact, my lord.
So you delegate sometimes, correct?
Sure, my lord.
Yes. So you had the ability to delegate. I leave it at that, my lord.
Very well. So we are done with. You have exhausted your 15 minutes. No. You have exhausted your 15 minutes. Any re-examination? Re-examination from any re-examination?
Not my lord. Just one question. Just one question, my lord. I'm so sorry.
Said no.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I just realized that there's something of importance.
No. You said no. I think that's enough. Just a minute.
My lord, I have just one question.
No. You said no, Council. Yes.
Allows the law society to communicate as whole in terms of the state of affairs.
My lord, is that considered?
It is an observation as the law society.
Okay, just a minute, Council. I will. I understand that I'll give each of you, Mr. Miller and the petitioner, 5 minutes to make brief submissions because after this I want to go and write a ruling. You've heard what the Inspector General of Police has said. You've heard what he has said on cross-examination. So make very brief submissions so that I can now come up with a ruling and we can see now what will be the way forward. Yeah? So, yeah? Right. Yes, so the IG is done, you can now leave the dock. So I will allow who comes first. Yes, Mr. Ogola. You only have 65 minutes to make your brief submissions. If you can make it in 2 minutes, well and good.
One of the questions that calls for determination is whether the first respondent has indeed complied with the Honorable Court order dated 13 September 2024. In particular, Directive number 4. Well, the short and straightforward answer is a resounding yes. The then acting Inspector General of Police, Mr. Gilbert Masengeli, has presented himself before this court pursuant to that directive. The second issue, my lord, having so presented himself, has Mr. Masengeli had contempt? My lord, our simple and straightforward answer is a resounding yes. We say so because the Honorable Court found Mr. Masengeli to be in contempt in the first instance for failing to comply with the habeas corpus orders dated 23rd August 2023. To that limited extent, my lord, Mr. Masengeli has clarified to this Honorable Court that the reason for non-compliance is that he did not have the second to fourth petitioners in his custody. Bears mentioning, my lord, that the first petitioner, without being moved by anyone, has in fact conceded to the Honorable Court that indeed Mr. Masengeli did not have the second to fourth respondents in his custody. The Law Society of Kenya says the second to fourth petitioners were released early morning. We have followed the proceedings. We have not had an allegation, and thank you, the LSK, that they were released from police custody. So therefore, I believe that limb and through the affidavit sworn on 20th September 2024, annexing documentary and evidentiary material that explains what I can only consider as the unhealthy tension between two competing constitutional obligations.
Mr. Masengeli has clarified that his absence from this court
and from his own words, my Lord, if you noted, is recognizing your Lordship. That indeed, my Lord, even what has been tendered before your Lordship is a demonstration that there was no intention, that it was not intentional for Mr. Masengeli not to appear. He is has a career, and in the discharge and expeditious obligation as a career police officer who has risen through the ranks to be the DIG administration, and having been granted the opportunity to act, my Lord clearly tells us that he is an officer who has always complied, and he has stated this. And therefore, that's why my Lord will submit with the greatest humility that the career of these police officers commends to yourself, my Lord, to apply the greatest mercy in your favor, so that you are able to allow Mr. Masengeli to continue serving this country. And that would urge, my Lord, the orders of 9 that led to Mr. Masengeli's conviction, commend to yourself, my Lord, to be discharged and allow him to continue to serve. I'm sure all of us, my Lord, are enjoying the peace and the tranquility in this country because selfless police officers are taking care of our borders. And I would honorably urge my colleagues, with the President leading, and I can see Senator Manso and the rest, to also allow us for the first time to extend this to our distinguished police officer who has served with the distinction to rise to this level. Thank you, my Lord, and we would be most obliged for a favorable finding in favor of the contempt. Thank you, my Lord.
Vice President of the Law Society of Kenya. My Lord, we'll take about 10 minutes. I will spend about 7, and I will delegate the remaining 3 to... I'm putting caution, my Lord. You had indicated 5 minutes. I'm in a very awkward position because my senior, the Solicitor General, has stated, and you know, he's a representative of the titular head of the bar, when he says that we should agree. I am tempted to agree with him, although what is at stake is of grave consequence. First of all, my Lord, allow me to thank the court for the bravery that it has put for sure, were it not for the consistent courage that the court has demonstrated, we would not have had an instance in Kenya where the Attorney General, the Solicitor General, and the senior acumen from the State Law Office, members of Parliament, senators, will be in court interested in the outcome of this matter. We say this, my lord, from the Law Society of Kenya, that not all legal battles are won. But some leave an indelible mark on the resilience and the determination to affirm the rule of law and the tenets in the Constitution that demonstrate how lawful authority should be exercised. Lord, let us not forget that there is a duty on the part of those who hold high public office. There is a duty on the part of those who hold high public office, and especially constitutional ones, like the one the former acting Inspector General was holding, have to comply with the constitutional edicts. And I will not name all of them, but to be more specifically,
You get the glory, you get the praise, you take the honor. I just want to say thank you. You get the glory, you get the praise. You take the honor. I just